better sax players. Today I wanted to do a quick video just to show you what's in my saxophone case, ready to go for gigs, rehearsals, whatever. So my main case is this BAM Hi-Tech. It's the black carbon finish. I've had it for about 5 years and it's doing a great job. I've traveled extensively with this, and as you saw, I normally get around where I live on a bike, and this goes over my back, does a great job protecting the horn. I can fit everything I need on a daily basis inside this case, so it's the only thing I need to bring with me when I've got to go to gigs or rehearsals or whatever. Now, I originally bought this because I was looking for something that would protect my saxophone on the plane if ever I had to check it as luggage. I've actually been pretty lucky since I've had it, and I haven't had to check it on as luggage yet. But if I did have to, I think it would do a pretty good job of protecting the horn. Now you can see it's got these backpack straps that are fastened on with these really sturdy hooks that are fastened with screws. So there's no worry about these things of coming loose, coming off while I'm riding my bike. They can also store away inside this little padded thing. This padded thing is really nice because when you're wearing it on your back, it is actually quite comfortable, whether I've got both straps or I'm just using the one strap. It's got this really nice handle which is padded on the inside and also kind of retracts into the horn so it doesn't stick out so much. In truth though, I don't use this one so much. I mostly use the one on top. They call this like the subway handle. And most of the time I've got the horn stood up like this, and I carry it around with my hand and set it down standing up. Opening the case up, it's got these 3 latches. 3 is always better than 2. When you close this thing, it's got a really nice seal. They say it's a hermetic seal. I'm not sure about that, but it does close very tightly. So let's start with the saxophone. This is a Yanagisawa T880. I originally got this as like a backup to my Mark VI, thinking that, this will play okay and I could bring it onto gigs and traveling when I didn't want to bring the Mark VI. After doing an overhaul on it, changing all the pads, fixing all the mechanisms, really tweaking it to get it exactly the way I want it, it now plays better for me than my Mark VI does, so this is now my main saxophone for everything. And it's great because I'm not so worried about it. If anything bad were to happen to it, I could replace it relatively easily for not a whole lot of money. These saxophones are still incredibly undervalued. Just keep that between us though, because we don't want the prices going up, do we? Here we've got the neck plug. I love this. It's made out of grenadilla wood. I got this from the Morgan Mouthpiece Company. A plastic one is fine. That's just super classy, right? I love that. I got one of these for my alto as well. The neck goes in this bag here that comes with the case. It's a nice neck bag. I'm using a bronze Yanagisawa neck on this horn. The neck that came with the saxophone is fine. I just like, this bronze kind of darkens up the sound and fattens it up. Now, I keep that neck here in this space between the bell and the edge of the case because I've always got something in the bell already. Now, I used to use the sax holder. This was my main neck strap. One of the drawbacks to it though is it does take up quite a bit of space in your case, even when it's all folded up. I can't fit it really in my accessories pouch. And so this used to live in the bell. Since getting this Balam or Balam back strap that I gets tangled up, it's a pain in the butt. It can fit in the accessories pouch, which frees up the bell for this stand. So let me quickly show you this stand. This is made by Hercules. It's called the Travel Light stand. and it is super lightweight, yet extremely sturdy. It folds out super quickly, super easy, and there you have it. I've been using this stand for the last few months on several gigs, and it's great. This is my main gigging stand. This is the one that leaves the house with me. I put links in the description below to just about everything we're talking about here today. So if you want to pick any of those things up yourself, click the link. It's an affiliate link. I will get a small commission, which helps me support the channel. One thing I love about this case is the accessories pouch comes out. And I'll show you why that's such a great feature in a second. But inside my accessories pouch, let's start with the mouthpiece. Mouthpiece I keep in this very nice Van Doren mouthpiece pouch. And here's our mouthpiece. It is a Filtone Intrepid. This is made by Phil Engelman, who is a superb mouthpiece maker and refacer. I've been using this for a little over a year now. This mouthpiece I can bring on just about any gig, and it'll do what I need it to do. Although I would say it's a bit more suited to a jazz style. But if I bring it on a gig where I need to be loud, it can do that as well. I'm using, of course, the BG Duo ligature on it, which is a great match. This mouthpiece is a 7-star, and I use 4 soft reeds with it usually. I've got some Diodario Select Jazz in the case right now, but I'm also really liking these Rigatti Gold at the moment. I keep all my reeds in this case. This is the Van Doren Hygro case. I've been using this for a couple years now and absolutely love it. It is definitely the best reed case I've ever had, and I've had all of them. Moving on, a couple business cards. Earplugs. You never know if you're going to be stuck right in front of the drummer. Keep the earplugs in the case. Very important, the 2 swabs that are made by BG as well. This one is for the neck and the mouthpiece, and this one here is for the body. You definitely want to pass the swab through the body, through the neck, through the mouthpiece after every playing session. Here's something I've begun to do that I can't believe it took me so long to figure this out. After you're done playing, even after you swab out the horn, you get most of the moisture out, but there's going to be some moisture that stays in certain keys more than others, especially the keys that stay closed when the horn is, when you're not playing them, like your G sharp key, like your F palm key, your other palm keys, and some keys, really build up a lot of moisture. So I take this just little piece of cloth. Frank from BG gave me this, and I just pass it over here. I make sure I get out all the extra moisture there. I go into my G sharp key. I do the same thing. Your B flat key, that one gets a lot of extra moisture. Kind of look at your pads, and any of the pads that look kind of grimy and sludgy, that's because they're holding excess moisture after you play, even if you're swabbing out the horn. So you can use any kind of cloth, but this one that BG sells for a couple bucks does a great job. You can then wash it. This one is due for a wash. Now, I overhauled this saxophone about 5 years ago and put all new pads in it. And when I overhaul horns, the pads are gonna last 20 years at least. There will be usually a few pads that do need to be changed. Some of the palm keys are they're gonna last 4 or 5 years, something like that. Then they need to be switched out. And some of the left hand key pads do need to get changed more often. It never really occurred to me though that if I just clean off those pads after playing every time, those pads are gonna last forever too, just like the other ones. So I kind of figured this out. I wanted to share that with you guys. It's super simple. It's gonna take you an extra couple minutes after every time you play to swab out the horn and clean off the extra moisture. But if you've got a good pad setup on your horn, there's no reason why those pads won't last for decades. So here's the reason I love that the accessory pouch comes out of this case. And it's because it allows me to store other stuff down here. So I've got this thing, which I love. This is my sax deflector. And it's a really great design because it comes in two parts. So the part that the part that attaches to the bell can be taken off. You put it together, and then you attach it to your bell, and it's ready to go. And then when I want to put it away, I put it back in its little bag. And on the floor of the case there, where it's completely out of the way, it doesn't touch anything, but it also doesn't move around. The only other accessory I've got that I sometimes need to bring with me is this microphone. This is my DPA D-Vote 4099. This is a fantastic microphone. It's got the most natural sound of any microphone I've ever used on the saxophone. I really love playing through this. I keep it in this separate, more sturdy case because microphones are, really delicate. Although it does come with a pouch that you could kind of fit into this case if you wanted to. I choose to keep it separate though for security. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let me know all about the gear that you've got, your saxophone case setups, anything interesting you'd like to share. Next week, I'll be in Frankfurt at the Music Mess. I would love to meet you. So if you see me there, come and say hello. Also, I've got my latest course coming out very soon. It's all about the blues language, using blues language in improvised solos. There's going to be a pre-release sale and a bonus live lesson for anyone who purchases during the pre-release sale. I put a link in the description below where you can get yourself an invite to that sale. As always, if you like this sort of content, click the thumbs up button and get yourself subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. Thank you for watching. See you again soon in another Better Sax video.